Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to continue our NFL predictions with the New England Patriots. And the Patriots regressed from last year, and all the fingers can point to their offense. Their offense was pretty bad, led by Matt Patricia and Joe Judge. And saying those two names, former castoffs who got their own jobs, got fired, went cried back to their father and Bill Belichick. Yeah, that was gonna, that was gonna be a disaster. But New England, I think their time at the top is slowly closing. Mac Jones, but I feel like this season is a critical one for Mac Jones. He suffered because of the co-offensive coordinators running things, and now that he has Bill O'Brien, which is an upgrade. I can't believe using the word Bill O'Brien and upgrade in a sentence is a thing in 2023. Hopefully the Patriots things can go better for them this year than last year. And you look at their schedule, they went 8-9. Got a win over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Their wins occurred against the Steelers, the Lions, the Browns, beating up on the Jets twice, destroying the Colts, beating up on the Cardinals, and beating the Dolphins in Week 17 that kept their playoff hopes alive. But it wasn't enough because they lost to the Bills twice, and they lost to the Dolphins Week 1. And now for some highlights for this team. And one of their biggest highlights is their scoring defense. I felt like New England scored every game I saw New England play. Their defense was scoring a defensive touchdown. Felt like it was like almost every single game this year, and that's what kept them afloat. Most of those touchdowns came courtesy of this guy on the right, Kyle Duggar, who's slowly becoming one of the better safeties in the league. And then there was the Bailey Zappi experience. He started 2.5 games. Well, he started 2 games, came in relief for one of those games, and he played very well in each of those games. He almost caused a brief quarterback controversy, but Belichick insisted that Mac Jones was their guy going forward. It was a reason why they took him 15th overall in 2021. And the lowlights included the Matt Patricia Joe Judge offense, which was terribly run. And thank God both guys are no longer on the organization. At least I know they're not part of the organization. Have a defensive coordinator who once was a defensive coordinator for you and a special teams coordinator for you run the offense. You're just asking your team. You're just setting up your offense to fail. They got swept by the Bills, not too surprising. And then Jacoby Myers, the double agent. He lateraled the ball to Chandler Jones, who was also a former Patriot, stiffs arms Mac Jones, takes it all the way back for a go-ahead game-winning Raiders touchdown. And why I called him a double agent? Because Jacoby Myers is now a Raider now. And looking at their acquisitions, they added Juju Smith-Schuster, who came from the Super Bowl winning champs, the Chiefs, and they also added Mike Gesicki on a 1-year deal with the Dolphins. They also added tackle Riley Reef to replace Isaiah Wynn and linebacker Chris Board. They lost Nelson Aguilar, and I already mentioned Jacoby Myers is now gone, and Jawan Williams is also gone. And in the draft, they held the 14th overall pick, but like Patriots do, they trade back and took cornerback Christian Gonzalez, who fell in their laps, a corner from Oregon. They also drafted Keon White, who's a defensive end or linebacker, depending on scheme, from Georgia Tech. And they too took a kicker, Chad Ryland, a kicker from Maryland. And they also added wide receiver Kayshon Boutte, who had a first round grade but fell in the 6th round due to an underwhelming 2022 collegiate season for him. He could be a steal from the 6th round. Other than that, the Patriots had an okay draft. But can they keep up in this now deadlock tight AFC East? Let's take a look. Okay, New England Patriots, let's take a look at your schedule. And oh boy, first 4 games of the season, probably the hardest 4 games any team's going to face. And it's going to start off with the Philadelphia Eagles, the reigning defending NFC champions. And given the Eagles are super talented, I got the Eagles winning on the road in this one. But week 2 against the Dolphins, this is a Sunday night game, another home game, and I do not see a Bill Belichick team dropping to 0-2. I think they're going to get a win in New England, surprise everybody. And then week 3 against the Jets, I actually picked New England to win on the road against the New York Jets. But week 4 at Dallas, I do have them losing to the Dallas Cowboys week 4. And that takes us to week 5 against the New Orleans Saints. And this one's a bit of a toss-up for me. And some of you may know my rule on toss-up games. If I think it's a toss-up, I'm pretty much going to lean towards the home team. So in this situation, I will pick the the New England Patriots to win. Week 6 against the Raiders. And this was another one of those games, but I did went with the Raiders this time. And then week 7 against the Bills, I did pick the Patriots to win at home against the Bills. They're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna get swept by the Bills this year. But week against the Dolphins, they'll get their the Dolphins will get their revenge. Followed by the Commanders week 9. I got them beating the Commanders week 9, and week 10 I got them beating the Colts. So the Patriots right now at their bye week, not in a bad position. And that takes us to week 12 against the New York Giants. And with the Patriots coming off a bye, I am going to go ahead and pick them to win on the road against the New York Giants. Week 13 against the Chargers, I got them winning that game. Week 14 against the Steelers. This one's a tough one. And I'm actually going to finally pick the Pittsburgh Steelers to get a win here. Even if this rivalry is pretty much done for. Week 15 against Monday night, they have no chance against Patrick Mahomes. But you never know. Week 16 against the Broncos, forget about it. Week 17 against the Bills, Bills going to have revenge. And week 18 against the Jets will go to New England and beat the Patriots to bring a record at 8-9. I do think the Patriots will be a bit mid this year. It is more so. It has most nothing to do with themselves being a bad team. They just got. I think other teams in the AFC are just better than them. So let me know in the comments below what record you think the Patriots are going to have. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.